Most people wake up in the morning and immediately enter a routine they never consciously designed. Alarm rings, phone opens, messages check, work begins. Day turn into weeks, weeks turn into years, and one day they look back and realize something uncomfortable. They spend most of their life following a script written by someone else. School told them what to study. Companies told them what to do. Society told them what success looks like. But very few people never pause long enough to ask one important question. What kind of life do I actually want to build? Not what my friends want, not what society celebrates, but what I truly want. Because the moment you ask that question seriously, your life begins to change. Today we are going to talk about the moment that separates ordinary lives from extraordinary ones. The moment someone decides to stop following the crowd and start designing their own path. Human beings naturally follow patterns. We observe what everyone else is doing and we assume that must be the correct path. If everyone is chasing the same career, we chase it too. If everyone believes success means a stable job, we believe it too. But something strange happens when you study the lives of people who achieve real freedom. Very few of them followed the crowd. Entrepreneurs question assumptions. Creators challenge traditions. Builders see possibilities where others see limitations. They understand a simple truth. The crowd rarely leads to extraordinary outcomes because the crowd optimizes for safety. Entrepreneurs optimizes for opportunity. And that difference in thinking changes everything. At some point in life, every future entrepreneur experiences a quiet moment. It might happen late at night. It might happen after a frustrating job experience or after realizing that years of hard work are producing very little freedom. And in that moment, a thought appears. There must be another way. That thought is powerful because it marks the beginning of ownership thinking. Employees ask, what work should I do? Entrepreneurs ask, what value can't I create? Employee asks, what salary can I earn? Entrepreneurs ask, what problem can't I solve? The questions change and the life begins to change with them. The world rewards uniqueness more than limitation. Think about the most influential people you know. They are not copies. They are originals. They built ideas, businesses, or movements that did not exist before. Yet, most people spend years trying to fit in, trying to be acceptable, trying to match expectations. But the greatest opportunities often appear when someone chooses to be different. Different thinking, different strategy, different perspective. And sometimes the greatest competitive advantage is simply this: being yourself at the highest level. Financial independence is often misunderstood. Many people believe it is something that happens suddenly. A lucky investment, a business breakthrough, a viral success. But in reality, freedom is usually built through intentional design. People who achieve financial freedom do three things differently. They create value, they build systems, and they think long term. Instead of trading hours for money forever, they begin building assets. Ideas that scale, knowledge that multiplies, businesses that grow beyond their individual effort. Freedom is not random, it is constructed. Entrepreneurship begins in the mind long before it appears in business. It begins with curiosity. Curiosity about how things work. Curiosity about how problems can be solved. Curiosity about how value can be created for others. This mindset transforms ordinary situations into opportunities. Where others see difficulty, entrepreneurs see possibility. Where others see risk, entrepreneurs see potential. And over time, this mindset becomes a habit, a way of observing the world. If entrepreneurship offers freedom, why doesn't everyone pursue it? Because the path requires something uncomfortable: responsibility. When you build something of your own, there is nobody else to blame. No manager, no company, no system. Just you and the results you create. And that responsibility can feel intimidating, but it also brings something extraordinary: ownership. And ownership is where freedom begins. Entrepreneurs don't rely on sudden bursts of motivation. They rely on daily progress, small improvements, small experiments, small steps forward. Over time, those steps compound. Skills grow, confidence grows, opportunities grow. What begins as a simple idea eventually becomes a real project, then a business, then an ecosystem. And the journey that once felt impossible becomes reality. Most people think in days and weeks. Entrepreneurs think in years. They understand that meaningful results take time, but they also understand something else. Time rewards consistency. If you continue building while others quit, eventually the gap becomes enormous. Patience becomes an advantage. True freedom is not only financial, it is creative, it is intellectual, it is the ability to choose how you spend your time and energy. Entrepreneurship offers that possibility, not instantly, not easily, but steadily. And every entrepreneur who has built something meaningful began with the same first step, a decision. A decision to think independently, to act courageously, and to build something that did not exist before. The world does not reward people for following instructions forever. It rewards people who create, people who build, people who dare to imagine a different future. And that journey begins the moment you stop asking, "What should I do?" and start asking, "What can I create?" Because the future belongs to people who choose to think differently. If this conversation made you reflect on your own path, share this episode with someone who might need to hear it. Because sometimes one idea can change the direction of a life. And remember this: the people who change the world are not the ones who wait for permission. They are the ones who decide to build anyway. I'll see you in the next episode. All the best.